Hello boys and girls. You know, when the world was first beginning, we didn't have all the bright colours we have today. If you look out, you look and you see the beautiful birds, the sky and the grass and the trees. Everything is so beautifully coloured. That wasn't the case. When we first started, the birds were all kind of greys and grey blues. Even the kingbird, the peacock, just had a boring single colour. And one day, the kingbird called all the birds together and says, the world is changing and colour is coming everywhere. The sky is turning blue and the grass is turning green and all these other colours in between. And he told the birds to look up to the sky and look at the beautiful rainbow. There was red and green and blue and yellow and many other colours in between. And he pointed to the first bird, the first grey bird, and said, "You're going to be called the cardinal." And he took a bright red ribbon and covered just like this. And then he took the next bird and he said, "You are going to be called the greenfinch." And he took the bright green ribbon and he covered it up just like this, very carefully, to protect the birds at all times. The birds, of course, were quite excited. They weren't quite sure what was going to happen, but they definitely were excited about what was happening. And he took the next bird, the next grey bird, and he said, "And you are going to be called the blue jay." And he took a bright blue ribbon and he covered up the blue jay with the ribbon, just like this. And finally, he took the last grey bird and said, "You are going to be called the sweet canary." And he took a beautiful yellow ribbon, covered up the canary with the yellow ribbon. The birds are all excited. What's going to happen next? He then asked each of the birds to fly up to the web to make the colours stick. They went up to the giant web and they made the colours stick. And now the beautiful cardinal was red. And the greenfinch went up to the spider's web. And now the greenfinch was a beautiful green. And the blue jay went up to the web. And when he came back, he now was a beautiful blue. And finally, the little canary, she went up to the web, and now she was a beautiful yellow. And all the birds were so excited. Now they had their new bright colours and their new names. But they felt kind of sad for the peacock, because the kingbird was just sitting there in the same old colours. So they had a plan. Firstly, they covered up the peacock, just like this. And then, one by one, they flew up behind and gave some of their colour to the kingbird. So now they only had half and half. And the bluebird, the blue jay, went up and gave it half, and only now the blue jay only had half of his colour. And the greenfinch went up, and certainly now the greenfinch only had half of his colour. And finally, the bright red cardinal went up and gave up half of his colour. So now he only had half of his colour. And they waited till the morning. And in the morning, the sun rose. And as the sun rose, they could see a bright, bold colour. And there was the beautiful peacock, all the colours of the rainbow. And they were so happy. And that, boys and girls, is how the peacock got his colours. Thank you.